Okay, it says researchers in a populous country contacted more than 25,000 inhabitants, agreed age 25 years, to see if they had finished high school. 87.8% of that 12,677 males and 82.2% of 12,634 females indicate they had high school diplomas. What assumptions are necessary to satisfy the conditions for inference? Okay, remember we have to have the sample has to be less than 10% of the population, and it had more than 25,000 inhabitants. So these are you. You definitely have to assume. I wonder if we can select more than one. We have to assume that the samples are um, independent and representative of all recent graduates for sure. We actually need it to be less than 10% of the population, so we don't want to select that one. It's okay if they include students from the same school, and it's actually not true that it has to be normal, because that's sort of the beauty of it. Even if the original population is not normal, the sampling distribution model will be. Okay, now let's continue. Let's create a 95% confidence interval for the difference in graduation rates between males and females. So we're going to put the males in as our P1 and the females in as our P2. And notice on here they give you the percentages. So you're just going to put 0.878 in for P1, and that's your N1, and this is going to be P2 and N2. So we'll come into our Excel spreadsheet, and we'll put in the value for P1. So it's 0.878, and you have to pay attention that the P1 is your males. 1, 2, 6, 6, 7. I'm sorry that my throat is so horrible. Okay, and then 0.822, and then 12,634. All right, and then we'll have it calculate the confidence interval for us, which is right here, the 0.047 and the 0.064, rounded to 3 decimal. This one's going to round 0.065. So 0.047 and 0.065. Yeah, okay. And let's check that answer. Okay, and then it says choose a sentence below that describes the confidence interval. So there's 95% confidence that the graduation for males is greater than that by the amount of this interval. Okay, so it's going to be A. There is 95% that the graduations of 24-year-old males is greater than 24-year-old females by the amount in this interval. We can't say this. C is very similar to A, but we need to be talking. We're only talking about 24-year-old males and females. Let's see what's the difference. There is a 95% that the graduate rate in samples of 20. No, that it's just this one. Okay. All right, so those are confusing, aren't they, all those words? Is there evidence of a difference in graduation rates? If 0 is not in the interval, there is an evidence. And since it's positive, it does appear that men have a higher graduation rate than female. And so we would say it's A. Good. All right. So there you go. I think, yeah, that's it on that one. We could say if, the computer automatically does a hypothesis test for you, and notice that it's clear from the hypothesis test that you have a z value of 12.47, so definitely there is a difference.